For improved system performance, long-term financial returns, and less risk on your PV projects, look to the proven performance of DuPont Materials and Solutions.
Hello and welcome to another PV Tech Newscast. Coming up, Suntech founder relinquishes chairman and CEO roles. Some positive news this week from the ongoing solar shakeout from 4 bankrupt firms. And a roundup of financial results from a number of PV equipment suppliers. In a sudden and unexpected move, Dr. Shengrong Shi, the founder, chairman and CEO of Suntech, has relinquished his 2 key roles. The role of CEO has been taken by David King, Suntech's current CFO, who joined the company in May last year. Dr. Shi will serve in 2 newly created roles as executive chairman of the board and as the chief strategy officer. To fill the vacant CFO role on an interim basis, Suntech has appointed Annlyn Ting Mason, currently Chief Financial Officer of Suntech America. The timing of the move may be in connection with the recent revelations that Suntech claimed to have been the victim of a massive fraud over investments in Italian solar project developer GSF. Suntech is facing class action lawsuits in the US over its handling of the affair. Continued claims by SolarWorld that modules were being dumped onto the market below manufacturing cost were cited as a key reason why the company reported a loss of €143.8 million for the first half of this year. The PV manufacturer posted sales of €340.1 million, down significantly from €533.6 million in the first half of 2011. Some positive news this week from the ongoing solar shakeout from 4 bankrupt firms. A report by Bloomberg has brought Solyndra back into the spotlight as the now defunct company has reached a $3.5 million settlement with former workers who previously filed suit against the company, alleging they had not received adequate layoff notices. Solyndra plans to set up a fund which will be distributed to the workers 2 weeks after the settlement is effective. Further good news for around 100 workers at bankrupt amorphous thin film specialist Inventux, as the company has been saved by one of its customers in Argentina. The firm will focus on projects being planned in the region. Major equipment supplier centrotherm photovoltaics has also received loans from an unidentified number of banks amounting to approximately €50 million. Currently in insolvency proceedings, the cash injection was said to result in the company having around €90 million of liquidity, supporting ongoing operations such as equipment shipments, spare parts and general services. Korean chemicals conglomerate Hanwha is reported to be in the final stages of talks to purchase bankrupt Tier 1 PV manufacturer Qcells. Though Hanwha has not officially commented, it's believed a deal could be struck soon, potentially saving thousands of jobs. Hanwha's solar operations could be significantly enhanced should the deal go ahead, as Qcells has differentiated high-performance technology and an experienced PV project development arm. Should further confirmation be needed in relation to the collapse in the PV equipment market, then a host of suppliers that have recently reported quarterly results should suffice. So, here we go. Spire Corporation posted revenue of $6.6 million, down 52% from $13.9 million for the same quarter last year. The company posted a net loss of $1.8 million compared with a net income of $700,000 in the same period a year ago. Amtech Systems has implemented new cost-cutting measures to tackle the downturn that has proved to be longer and deeper than expected. The cost reductions include voluntary salary reductions by management ranging from 10 to 20% and salary reductions of other corporate staff. Amtech reported net revenue of $24.3 million, up 13% sequentially from $21.6 million for the preceding quarter. The increase in sales was primarily due to previously deferred revenue on shipped equipment to PV manufacturers. New order intake was $6.1 million, but only $700,000 for its solar segment, which was down from solar orders of $7.2 million in the last quarter. Singulus Technologies reported sales of €43.6 million for the first 6 months of the year, down from €64.6 million in the same period of 2011. Solar segment equipment sales were 27.5% of revenue at approximately €12 million, down from 33.1% of sales in the prior year. Not expecting a recovery in solar equipment sales anytime soon, Singulus said it would still be investing in new technologies and products within both the SiG's thin film and crystalline silicon sectors as it continued its course to become a key technology partner within the industry. Management also hinted at potential acquisitions as part of the strategy. Supporting the need to have a diversified market approach, equipment supplier Manz reported first half 2012 sales of €113.5 million and an operating profit of $1.1 million. Despite solar equipment sales declining to only 12% of total revenue, Manz said it had generated only €13.1 million in revenue from the solar segment, down from $46 million in the same period a year ago. Management warned that weak sales to the PV industry could still impact earnings for the full year. And finally, major equipment supplier Meyer reported its first loss since its IPO in 2006 of 34.2 million Swiss francs on sales of 307.8 million. Although the company noted that its order intake had increased by approximately 44% in the first 6 months of 2012 when compared to the last 6 months of 2011, the order intake is 84% below the historic peak, 787.6 million Swiss francs, reached in the first half of last year. And finally, tough times across Sharp Corporation's electronics sectors filtered down into its solar manufacturing arm in its fiscal first quarter. Overall, Sharp posted quarterly losses of $1.76 billion. Sales within its solar segment were down 18.2% from last year, posting a loss of $57.5 million. The significant losses have forced the company to undertake a major restructuring, with its solar arm administration and headquarters functions being moved from its 160-megawatt silicon thin-film plant in Katsuragi, which will close, and relocate to its advanced LCD and solar production site in Sakai, Osaka. Well, that's all for this week. Good luck digesting all of those figures. More detail, of course, on pv-tech.org. Thanks for watching.